doctor who was described by paramedics as the most broken man they'd ever helped is raising money to thank them for saving his life. Simon Clark was involved in a car crash which claimed the life of his partner Lindy and left him with terrible injuries. Now he's just back from his latest challenge, and Simon, I'm delighted to say, is with me on the Points West couch. Welcome. Where have you been and what have you been up to?
For the last month I've been in the Himalayas. I've been doing a trek to Everest Base Camp.
Gosh,
Yes.
that doesn't sound like an easy expedition to me.
It was incredibly painful. It took me just over 10 days and it was absolute agony the whole way.
Because you have been very badly injured, haven't you, in that awful crash. I'm so sorry you lost your partner. Just outline what sort of problems you had. What were your injuries?
So I shattered the top 3 vertebrae of my spine, so my skull was taken completely off the top of my shoulders. It was held on by skin and muscle, basically. I shattered all of the ribs on my left-hand side, half the ribs on the right-hand side, completely shattered my sternum, punctured both lungs, tore a 2.5-inch hole in my aorta, so massive internal bleeding.
So you were in hospital for a long time?
I was in hospital for 6 months in total. About 2.5 of those I was in a coma completely.
And how are you now?
I still struggle on a daily basis. Lots of aches and pains, lots of limitations. I still have quite a lot of brain damage, a lot of nerve damage as well.
And your lungs aren't great, are they, at the moment?
Now I'm working on about 1/3 of my lung capacity at the moment, so breathing is challenging. My heart fluctuates quite regularly, so I have to compensate for that and allow for that.
And what do the paramedics say about you?
They can't quite understand it really. They describe me as being the most broken person they've ever dealt with. I died multiple times and that everybody's at a loss as to why I'm still alive, let alone functioning as well as I am.
Well, thank goodness that you are. That, most people might decide to put their feet up having gone through that experience, but not you. What are you doing and why?
Well, I get bored very easily, and I absolutely believe that I owe my life to the medics, particularly the Great Western Air Ambulance charity. So I'm now on a mission to try and raise as much money as I can for them, and ultimately raise awareness for the work that they do, and also inspire other people who are going through difficulties in their life, whether that's injuries or disabilities or other sorts of problems.
Why did you decide on Everest?
Because it's quite a big challenge. So I set myself 2 major goals when I was in hospital. One was to walk out of hospital within 6 months of the day of the accident. I managed to do that with a couple of weeks to spare. And then the other one was I wanted to trek to Everest Base Camp and see where we go from there, basically.
And where's next?
The next project is the North Pole. If I can get a bit fitter and lose some weight, then I might try a bit higher up on Everest, but who knows?
The North Pole. You are amazing. Thank you so much for coming in. It's great to see you. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much.
Now,